This is InvestorIdeas.com at the 2017 Vancouver Resource Investment Conference presentation of SilverCrest Metals Inc., trading on the TSX, symbol SIL, and OTC SVCMF, a Canadian precious metal exploration company focused on discoveries in Mexico.
Jump into the corporate structure here. Currently have just under 50 million shares out, 60 million fully diluted. We're trading, bouncing around 230 to 260, depending on metal prices. So we track pretty close with the silver price right now. Or if we have news out, we've had several discoveries on the property, so you see our share price jump up when we announce those discoveries. We've got just under 13 million in cash on hand, so we're quite robust there. Got a big plan for a program this year. Got budget for about $5 million to spend at Las Chispas. And our major shareholders are Don Smith out of New York, AGF, Sprott, quite a few others are lesser. So here's our properties. If you look at, see if I got a pointer here. Yep. So if you know the SilverCrest story and the dynasty that we're building, here's the Santa Elena mine. So we did a transaction in October of 2015 as SilverCrest Mines. We are the predecessor to that transaction. We did a spinoff. So Santa Elena is a major mine. It's a very successful mine, and I believe is the flagship now for First Majestic. So all we did was move up the road. It was that simple. The community that services Santa Elena is here. We use the same community. We kept the same houses and just flipped the name from SilverCrest Mines to SilverCrest Metals. So this is the big story right now. It's the historic Las Chispas district. It was held up in legal dispute for quite a while. Went in and we settled that dispute and we brought it into the market. It's a district that currently has, that we count, about 19 epithermal veins, never been drilled, 11.5 kilometers of underground workings. So a lot of legs to it. You also have the Mercedes mine, which is now Premier Gold. It was Yamana, and basically you're about in the middle of the two. This is a highway and another highway, so everything's conveniently connected to each other. It's about a 5-hour drive to Tucson and a 2.5-hour drive to Hermosillo, Mexico. So the Las Chispas project, if you dig into some of the public domain information, pretty robust for production in northern Mexico. It was located by a Spanish general in 1640. It went on to produce approximately 100 million ounces of silver and 200,000 ounces of gold above the water table. We're looking below the water table right now and also above. There was quite a bit of material that was left behind. We get the sense that their cutoff grade was a half a kilo to a kilo of silver when they were mining it in the 1800s and early 1900s. So we're looking for we're seeing a lot of half a kilo, and you can go underground and touch 1 to 3 kilos right now just by walking underground. We're into our phase 2 program of drilling. So we've drilled about 30 holes total right now on the property. Of that, 12 are phase 2, and we're split up, and I'll get to a map here coming up, but we're split up into 2 separate areas of the drilling, and surface and underground. So one of the events you need to look for is drill results. We'll start putting those out for phase 2 coming in February. Based on our success of those results, we'll look at doing a maiden resource sometime this year. We'll see if it's the mid or the end of the year. It's going to be based on drill success. If we continue to have drill success, we'll just continue to putting out drill results and let that resource grow until we report it. Also, we have on the list, as part of a development program at Las Chispas, permitted 100,000 tons for underground mining. We cannot process it on site, so it'd take a negotiation with First Majestic or Premier Gold to do that. We'll be working on that this year. We'll see where we're at by mid-year. And that would be, you got to think of Las Chispas as high grade. You know, we're not targeting some lower grade. We're talking half a kilo silver equivalent type material that we want to be bulk testing. So here's the area map. You're looking east here. Santa Elena is about 25 kilometers to the south. Split it up into two. They're about 1.5 kilometers apart. Our land package is pretty much this photo that you see there, a little bit further to the north. Las Chispas target and the Bobby Canora target. So all the excitement last year was the Las Chispas target. Multiple epithermal veins at the surface. This is the underground access at the bottom of the cliff. Goes along this long section, which I'm going to show you coming up here. So we have about 20 drill holes into this now. And for the Bobby Canora target, there's 5 known veins, and they sit right here along this trend. And we've just started drilling there underground. Great underground access. In the 1860s, a French company went in there and built a 4 meter by 4 meter drift, about 250 meters into this mountain here. And we just went in and cleaned it up, and that's where we're drilling. We're drilling at the end of the drift into what we call the Bobby Canora vein. So very prolific area, very prolific district, multiple veins. We're right now focusing on 4 of those veins out of the 19. Here's the long section. You're looking east here again. So some of the numbers that we put out, you can read them here. The most recent one was about 600 grams per ton silver equivalent over 3 meters underground. This is stuff that's exposed underground. You can see it. I'll show you a photo coming up here. We drilled a couple of holes around it. We're seeing anywhere from 1 to 7 meters wide of about the same grade. So we're proving that just because the dark area that you see there is called a stope map. Historically, this was 1920s. There's still quite a bit of material that's above the water table, which is down where this green line is here. And that's what we're focusing on currently. So you can walk straight through for almost a kilometer, just over 1 kilometer to the end of this now. We've opened all of this area up. Our teams are in there channel sampling and mapping as we go. And we're currently working on the northern side and doing grid drilling moving to the south as we're proving up resources. And this is just one vein, so just a reminder. If you look in the little lower corner here, that's 3 of the veins of the 19. So you got the Las Chispas, the William Tell, and the Mirella. That gives you a snapshot looking north right through that same area. And I just wanted to show this, the multiple veins. There's veins out there right now that we've hit in drilling, 0.5 meter to 1 meter of a kilo silver that we haven't even named yet. So those are things that we'll chase later on. This is what we just put out in a news release. So this basically shows you can walk right to this, right along the main level. You start at the cliff and you go right in. And we've just opened this up since last November. Been in here channel sampling and mapping. This is a breccia, hydrothermal breccia, over 6 meters of almost a kilo silver equivalent, exposed underground right now. So this is a no-brainer. It's been open for over 100 years from a mining standpoint and a stability standpoint. It's pretty easy to go back in. And right above this photo was where one of our drill holes were. You got 7 meters of a 0.5 kilo in that drill hole. So there's still quite a bit of opportunity around where they had previously mined. Mirella is something that we still need to drill. We haven't drilled this one yet. It seems to be widening and grades increasing with depth. You got 80 meters along strike, 1.1 meters wide of almost a 0.5 kilo silver equivalent. So it shows some legs to that vein, and we'll be in there drilling this year. A few of the shots, just point out that's the underground drilling that's ongoing at Bobby Canora right now. We're on our 3rd hole currently. And in our news release, all our holes have hit either vein, breccia, or stockwork. Okay? So look for those results from Bobby Canora underground. I think everybody's anticipating that's in this market and into SilverCrest and is interested in SilverCrest wants to see what those first holes are going to look like from Baudry-Canora. This is the largest target that's on the property. Look for more news coming out. Look for news on drilling. Look for news more on rehabilitation and high grades underground. Look for the phase 2 drill results, the maiden resource, and what we're going to do with the high grade bulk sample. By the way, there's about 200 to 250,000 tons of material that's already in waste dumps, or what they call waste, that's better grade in those dumps than what is currently being run at Santa Elena or at Mercedes. So that's value right there already sitting on the ground. Thank you very much.
Listeners are reminded to read all disclaimers and disclosures on investorideas.com website related to our featured companies.